So today we're going to be looking at Wild by Troye Sivan featuring Alessia Cara. This lesson will be based on my acoustic instrumental of the song, which I will leave a link to in the description below, so go check that out. So there are four main sections that we need to learn for this song, which are the verse/pre-chorus, the chorus, the bridge, and the end. And there's also four chord shapes that we need to know. So first, we need to put our capo on the 3rd fret. Now all the chords that I will describe are relative to the capo, so assuming that the capo is now the nut and 4th fret is now 1st fret. The first chord is C over G. E string 3rd fret, A string 3rd fret, D string 2nd fret, G string open, B string 1st fret, and E string open. The second chord is A7 sus4 add 6. And now you can get to this chord by just sliding the C over G up 2 frets. So it's E string 5th fret, A string 5th fret, D string 4th fret, G string open, B string 3rd fret, and E string open. Third chord is E minor over B, which is E string 7th fret, A string 7th fret, D string 5th fret, and then G and B and E strings open. Now in all three of those chords, the 4th and 3rd finger always stays on the E and A string, so you can just easily slide to each chord. And the only thing that changes with the E minor over B is that you lift your 2 fingers off, slide your 3rd and 4th fingers up, and then place the 1st finger on the 5th fret D string. And the 4th chord is G major. E string 3rd fret, A string 2nd fret, D and G strings open, and B and E strings 3rd fret. So for the verse, I will first go through the chords and the timing, and then I will move on to the strumming pattern. So we're going to start with the A7 sus4 add 6. And then on the and of 2, we're going to move up to the E minor/B. And then we're going to stay on the E minor/B for another bar of 4. So if I count that through, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that will be the first time round. And then on the second time round, we do exactly the same. So the A7 sus4 add 6, moving up to the E minor/B on the and of 2. But this time, on the 4, we're going to go to the C/G. And then we're going to stay on the C/G for another bar of 4. So I will count that through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I will play through the verse, just the chords and the timing. So starting on the A7 sus4 add 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that will be the chords and the timing for the verse. So now for the strumming pattern, I will play through the verse once slowly. So for the first part, starting on the A7 sus4 add 6, it's down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So again, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now for the second part, the pattern is down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So again, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the verse all the way through slowly. And again. So I use that pattern for the verse and the pre-chorus. So for the chorus, I will first go through the chords and the timing. So we're going to start on the A7 sus4 add 6, and then we're going to move to the E minor slash B on the and of 2, and then we're going to move to the C slash G on the 4, and then we're going to stay on the C slash G for another bar of 4, and then for the second part we do exactly the same. So A7 sus4 add 6, moving to the E minor slash B on the and of 2. But this time on the 4 we're going to go to the G major, and we're going to stay on the G for a bar of 4. So I will just count that through slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So and again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's the chords and the timing. So for the strumming pattern, we're going to be using the same pattern throughout the chorus, and it's going to be the same pattern as the second half of the verse. So I will play through it slowly. Starting on the A7 sus4 add 6, the pattern is down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And again. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you will use the same pattern on the second half when you move to the G major. So, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And again. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the chorus all the way through slowly. And that's the chorus. And now for the bridge, we're going to be using the same chords as the verse, but with slightly different timing. And for the first half of the bridge, we're going to be using single strums. And for the second half of the bridge, we're going to be using a strumming pattern. So I'll go through the first half now. So we're going to start on the A7 sus4 add 6. And then we're going to move to the E minor / B on the and of 2. And then we're going to have an extra bar of 4 on the E minor / B. And then we're going to go back to the A7 sus4 add 6. And then slide up to the E minor / B on the and of 2. But then we're going to go to the C / G on the 3. So if I count that through slowly, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So for the first half of the bridge, so that's the first half. And now for the second half of the bridge, we're going to be using the same chords and the same timing, but this time we're going to be using a strumming pattern. So starting on the A7 sus4 add 6, the pattern will be down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the same one as we were using at the start of the verse. So down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And now for the second part, the pattern is down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. So again, the second part, down, up, down, up, down, down. So the second half of the bridge all together. And again. So the bridge all together, starting with the single strums and then moving on to the strumming pattern. And again. And that's the bridge. And now for the very end, we're going to be using the same chords as the bridge and the verse, just with one change to the very last chord. And for this we're just going to be using single strums. So starting on the A7 sus4 add 6, we then move up to the E minor / B on the and of 2, and then stay on the E minor / B for another bar of 4. We then do exactly the same. So the A7 sus4 add 6, moving up to the E minor / B on the and of 2. But this time, on the 4, we're going to go to the G major. So I will play through that all slowly. So just to count through the timing of that one. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it ends. And that's all you need to know for this track, so I hope you've enjoyed the lesson.